the fucking curse doll at the very start that Polnareff has to deal with, that's in there.
Oh my god.
That's I don't remember to what extent, like how much is actually incorporated, but still a pretty good amount.
Like, how do you do you think they would be able to incorporate shit like fighting the car?
That for a PS2 budget game, that would probably be like around 5 to 7 hours. Yeah, they would probably have to. The car would probably be made into a fucking dumb minigame if it's in the Part 5 style. But no, I imagine that would get cut. So anyway, all is well that ends well. I guess we're just gonna set sail. I don't know who that guy in the back right is. Oh, right. Those ones on the right are Speedwagon's henchmen. Right. Tom Petty lived. Straight-So lived. The kid lived, I guess.
I don't think those other three guys are in the anime version.
I feel like you're right. Actually, who the fuck's that Robin Hood looking dude? Because I don't think he even was on Ogre Street.
Yeah, I don't recognize that guy at all.
Yeah. And now Erina straight up with the snap my choker look. Holy shit.
Oh, is there going to be a boss fight in here too?
Yes, there is actually.
Oh no, and the ship's going to be on fire. That's going to murder the frame rate.
A little bit. It actually isn't that bad. Like, once you figure out the trick to it, it's actually not the worst thing ever, but it's just like, would rather not have been blindsided by it like this, thank you very much. Anyway, if you want to go off on something for like about 20 seconds, I'm going to literally like quickly run to the bathroom and I'll be like back really momentarily.
You put me on the spot.
Okay, let me give you the subject before I leave.
That would help.
How anime fans are going to react to the Part 6 ending. I'll give you that one.
Okay, so it's generally been the case that with every part, sans maybe Stardust Crusaders, and I guess also Phantom Blood, that people that say, oh, I hate this part is the worst part every single time, they've been like, oh yeah, now this part's my favorite part, it's like the best one. That happened with Stardust Crusaders a little bit. That definitely happened with Golden Wind, where everyone in the West was like, oh no, this is the worst part, we hate it, it sucks, it's boring. And then the anime came around, and it was a very good adaptation, and yes, this still holds true, even if the translation is good for Part 5, people still didn't like it. We're like, oh, this is now my favorite, it's the best looking, it's the best animated, what have you, it's the best story. And people really, for all the wrong reasons, really dislike Stone Ocean. So I don't know if it's going to be enough to pull it back to the other side for people to start saying again, this is my new favorite part. That's not impossible. I don't think it's going to have that pull. Especially knowing the sort of people that Jojo fans are, or at least the new modern ones introduced through the anime, and with the things that happen in Stone Ocean.
Man, you did that pretty well. Nice. I actually was back for like, I think a minute, and you were still going, so I just let you finish. So, fuck vampirism in this series sometimes, because even after all that shit he went through, being lit on fire, being punched to oblivion, falling off the roof, still alive. God damn it.
Something I have a nucleus in my head that if it survives, I can revive indefinitely.
God, at this point, he may as well have that fucking ability. Jesus Christ. And also, yeah, Wang Chan, who was turned into a fucking vampire much earlier on, yeah, still alive, still keeping things moving behind the scenes, go figure. And now Dio is aiming for Jonathan's body. And there it is.
That was the last time he... Yeah, see, it rips his eyes open.
It does. Like, literally just shooting the liquid out of your eyeballs is kind of fucking nuts, but... Yeah. I guess it's just not interpreted as having... Like, it looks more like just like a regular, like, special beam can sometimes, rather than, like, liquid being shot out directly.
Yeah, that's why he wouldn't want to use that against Jojo, since he only got the bare minimum of Joestar blood from Joseph before Jojo intervened.
Yep. So that one lucky shot with actually nailing his throat. Even though at this point in time, Jonathan will have much bigger issues than just not being able to actually breathe, which is actually kind of the big issue when you think about it. Yeah, now you gotta deal with, well, originally it wasn't really that big a deal because I don't think he even had that many zombies on board. So I don't think so.
He had like 2 or 3, but they infected the rest of the crew.
I wasn't sure if they actually could infect the rest of the crew. So this mission is... ugh.
Oh.
So here's a couple of things. You can't charge your Hamon. You can't charge your Hamon.
Right, because
Dio's
you're not breathing.
firing laser blasts at you from the other side of the screen. You have to deal with infinitely spawning enemies. And initially I thought, what the fuck is the point of this mission, dude? I had to look it up. This is definitely one of the missions I had to look up during live streams. Turns out, this mission is a lot easier than you might actually assume. So the whole crux of it is to actually charge up your ultimate bar, because your heat gauge, through both beating up enemies and taking some hits yourself. That's literally the entire crux of it. And then you run up to Wang Chan, fire off your ultimate, and then the mission's over. That's all you gotta do. Like, for example, I'm already kind of like game set match right here and now. My idea is to roll in, hopefully catch him swinging, and then, yep, got it. Yeah, now Dio is actually formulating a game plan.
How do dress shirts fit on him?
It's really more of a blanket than a dress shirt, I'd be willing to bet. I know it's a stupid thing, it doesn't really matter, but I couldn't imagine the health problems that would come with having this raw amount of muscle on your body.
He's doing a ninjutsu.
Yeah, I will admit that came to mind for me as well.
What did he?
I don't get it. Something broke. Something inside me crucial just broke. What could have broke, Jonathan? You hit someone when you couldn't breathe. What could have possibly broken your body? What? I really don't think that was meant to imply anything.
Is it the blood pooling in his throat?
I don't know. I have no idea. Like it sounds like it implies like maybe his spine broke or something. I have no clue. And so the Joestar,
right,
ever the
sure.
fuckers to plan 12 steps ahead magically and get very lucky. Jonathan's like, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm actually gonna ripple your body and remote control you into stopping the gears on the ship and thus make the boiler room explode. Which is, how the fuck did you piece that together when you're on death's doorstep and you can't even breathe?
Anything you can to avoid the zombie outbreak spreading to any sort of.
Oh no, I understand the why. I
mainland.
don't understand the how. Because Jonathan he's a straightforward man. He's not really portrayed to being the most smart person on the face of the earth, though. I expect this from Joseph. I don't expect this from Jonathan. I expect this more from Jojo.
Blood pumping adrenaline gets the.
I mean, I guess so,
moving.
but damn.
Blood pumping adrenaline gets the head gears moving and the ship gears stopping.
Sure, let's go with that. God, I'll admit, wasn't a fan of Erina's art style first, but this, fuck.
Yep. I am dying.
very, very slowly, like my forefathers before me, aka just my father, and also Zeppeli.
Now saying my heart will go on.
Pretty much. And yeah, it really is with this part right here that it really does feel like there was not an intended continuation from part 1 going into part 2 at all. This is so final. Goddamn.
I mean, The seed is planted with the fact that she finds a baby on the ship.
Yep.
Maybe we can tell that baby's story.
Saved at least one person on the way out.
Oh no, we're not gonna tell that baby's story. We're gonna tell that baby's story.
What was it? Erina both saved the child that was on the ship, and also she was pregnant at the same time or some crap.
Yes, she was pregnant with George Joestar II, and she saved Lisa.
Yeah.
Or Elizabeth Joestar.
That's her actual full name, huh?
Yes, because she married George Joestar II.
True.
But she was raised by Strazo.
Huh, I actually don't know that.
That's why she was practicing Haman her entire life, because Strazo was the one that taught her.
I guess that would have a hand in it. And I guess that also explains why she does have some of her mannerisms to a certain capacity. Some of his mannerisms is what I meant.
That's why they also dress so similarly.
God, this is so fucking overdramatic. Jonathan, they're so noble. God. Okay.
Lady, I get you want to cream yourself, but priorities.
Yeah, maybe you should focus on more on evacuating the exploding ship rather than nutting right here and now because your husband is cool. I mean, I get it, but I mean, I would nut from Johnny Young Bosch being my husband too, but still. Priorities.
See, it's okay. That's okay. That's how she's gonna put out the fire.
Brilliant. Ah, Dio, you pieced it together. And it's just the funniest thing ever. Just Dio just ranting and raving while Jonathan is just slowly dying and not even paying attention to him whatsoever.
Also, somehow, Dio was able to attach his head to Jonathan's body, stand up, walk over to the coffin, and get into the secret compartment.
Yeah, right? God,
all before Erina noticed and grabbed the coffin and threw it over the edge.
GG's, boys.
Did we see this in series?
Did we see who?
Before? I don't remember this directly. Oh, is this the part where he dies holding him in his arms? I thought he was already holding him.
No, he descended to try to take the head. I guess he had some bit of shrapnel. And Jonathan literally just dies clutching Dio's head inside of his arms. Which is very fitting and very poetic, and also be very fucking hilarious. Because Dio is just like losing his shit.
Yeah, I thought he was already holding him. Jonathan wasn't moving at first. I thought we were actually seeing the removal and attachment of his own head.
God, that'd be fucking metal, but no, we don't show that.
Yeah, that's what I thought for a second. Oh, hey, actually a 3D model.
Yeah. We do have a budget for a woman in this game sometimes. Oh, I think that was all one.
Yes.
I love Dio trying to reason his way out of this, by the way. You can live forever too. I'll heal your wounds. You can be with Erina forever. Granted, you'll be dead and I'll have your body, but hey, you'll technically be alive, kind of. By proxy. Just looking really pissed off. Thanks, game.
I think as a final fuck you, I would die with poking his eyes out.
Yeah, no kidding. That'd be just a great way, just like icing on the cake right there.
Stick your fingers in Dio's eyes. But yeah, somehow Dio's able to do the head swap, walk over to the coffin, get in the secret compartment.
Yeah. No, just Goku managing to escape from Planet Namek exploding while also showing him dying on it at the same time. That's why I'm interpreting it as. Definitely one of those things where it's like it's intended for this to be the end result, but we altered the ending just a little bit with that little bit of leeway.
If you want to pretend Toriyama's not a complete fucking idiot, there's technically precedent for it. When Vegeta tries to escape second form Frieza by looking for one of the Ginyu pods.
Oh yeah, 2 days later, Erina was saved. Wow, very glad that happened. Otherwise, this series would have had a way more abrupt end.
Where are the Canary Islands?
I have no idea, actually.
Pardon me a second.
Yeah. Part 1 end. Thank you, game. That or that was translators. I don't know.
The Canary Islands, a Spanish archipelago off the coast of northwestern Africa. I thought they were going to America.
I thought they were too. Holy shit. I guess they were on a tour of the world or some shit. I don't know. Wow, I didn't even realize the translator also translated the credits. Holy shit. Thank you, my guy. You're really putting the work with this one.
Oh, yeah, Adult Dio was a hero.
Sick. So, wow, that's the conclusion of our very first post-commentary post me moving to Washington Let's Play.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah?
You notice how some of those members of the additional voices cast were credited with a single initial last name, and then some of them were both full first name and last name?
Yeah?
Yeah, you don't think that's weird?
Yeah, that's
Like
actually
this.
a little bit odd. I wonder if it's just character space or something.
Probably they don't want it to overtake the boundary needed for the... Or never mind.
I mean, some of these names are a little bit longer. I'm not sure. Yeah.
But the company names are overtaking the pictures.
For what it's worth, this translation just came out a few months ago, so I'm certain the guy who translated it is still looking around if anyone wants to inquire with them, I guess. I don't know.
That wouldn't be a translator thing. That would have been in the default credits.
Oh yeah, right.
Someone wouldn't do that for Uncle Baby Company Limited.
Okay.
A translator wouldn't do that for no reason.
Yeah, got me on that one. Help, Shueisha. Nice.
Sony Computer Entertainment Japan Company Limited.
So, we only got 2 minutes left of this, unfortunately. I'm just going to go over my thoughts really fast. This game is okay. I think for all the JoJo games out there of wildly varying quality, I think this is a decent one. Unfortunate performance issues on PC aside, or possible on the original hardware, I don't know yet. Aside from those, and the lack of a lock-on button, and not being great with crowd control sometimes, I think this game's okay. I think if you want to try this again on emulator, you can. Don't expect it to be very intuitive, though. It's a little rough around the edges, obviously.
Executive producer Bandai Namco. Capcom didn't have the license for this one?
It doesn't look like it. I'm not seeing Capcom in this. I'm only seeing Bandai.
But Capcom also published All-Star Battle, I'm pretty sure.
I thought it was Namco. Wait, I think it was developed by... No, it was developed by CyberConnect 2. I'm not sure, actually.
I want to say...
passed by Penguino and Hidegan something. Thanks, guys. You know how to do this. This is great. This is great stuff.
Hugen Sosdarl. Thank you.
So, do you have any impressions?
To be honest, I like the idea, but this definitely needed another 6 to 8 months in the oven to at least iron out the stiffness. But as far as PS2 era anime games go, honestly, it lands in the mid to upper echelon, if I'm being real. I've seen a lot worse from the generation.
Oh god, yeah. I've seen far worse as well. This honestly is not too bad. If you were to spend your afternoon going after some PS2 anime games out there, you could do far worse. And also for a retelling of Part 1, it's pretty good. I'm a fan of this.
Yeah, it's a lot longer than I thought it would be.
Yeah. Let's so manage to crunch it down below 5 hours. Also, we're still going if you have any closing thoughts.
I just found it funny again that they did a Part 1 game, again tying with the movie after a Part 5 game. I do sort of wish they actually, like I was saying earlier, did a Parts 2, 3, and 4 game as well.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Parts 2 and 4 I've never really seen love. Part 3 does have the arcade fighter. And part 6 never got anything really, so it's unfortunate, but I'll take what I can get. Part 1 still, I think this is also a decent, surprisingly decent adaptation of part 1, all things considered.
It's probably the longest one you'll ever see.
Yeah, if you ever wanted a strong foundation going into the rest of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, this was fucking it. So, I mean, yeah, not too bad, honestly.
And again, as a reminder, like we said at the very beginning, this was a tie-in to the Phantom Blood movie. So if they did end up ever actually getting to make that Battle Tendency movie that we saw some design documents for but never got past any sort of pre-production phase, we would have probably have gotten a Battle Tendency game as well.
That'd be kind of cool. I think that this game would definitely, like, another iteration, would definitely have actually been pretty decent.
Yeah, I think this is... So to compare it to something you're currently working on but will long be done by the time this goes up, a sort of burst limit of its time, something meant to set up the skeleton of a series, but that never got the chance to develop the muscle and the skin on top of it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I 100% see like a lot of fun. There's a lot of potential that was untapped in this formula they have right now, and it's sad there was never a sequel, because a sequel could have been, frankly, it would have been the same jump in quality from part 1 to part 2 by itself.
And it speaks to the change in the game industry over time that I don't think we will ever get an individual part-based game aside from, of course, Stardust Crusaders maybe ever again, because with the shift to making games as big and as big as possible, they're gonna kind of have to keep going with only making crossover or all-encompassing games. So you're not going to get the focus that you would have ever gotten with something like this on any other part.
Yeah, it sucks. This is like the best. PS2 era was definitely like the best way to experience individual parts by themselves, as opposed to like All-Star Battle, which is everything. And I guess we want to count Eyes of Heaven, which is kind of nothing, but yeah, details. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Next up between us is probably going to be, well, from me, it's going to be Jump Force. For you, I think we're still working on that little side thing, which will probably be up after this, actually, now I think about it.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get on working on that next, and that's going to be a lot of fun, because that'll be capping off a project we've technically had in the works for 7 years.
Yeah, that'll be fun. All right, night, boys.
Have a good one.